Hey guys, how you doing this fine, lovely day? I'm here now to talk real quick about Sharia law. One of our topics we'll talk about as we kind of overview Islam a little bit during our time of distance learning. This little note video that we're going to do, you're going to do a little reading as well after this and a little assignment, okay? So kind of pay attention as best you can. We'll try and go through this real quick, all right? We're normally in class. We start this off with a little game of what is the crime? So take a look at the list right here, okay? We have lashings and amputation of feet and hands and stone, all that kind of stuff, and kind of guess what you think his crimes would be. We usually have a little game we play with this. So say 15 lashes of the whip as educational punishments, they call them. Little things like drinking, that kind of stuff. In some countries, get you those punishments. Drinking is 35 lashes in some countries. Cross-dressing get you this. Adultery, stealing. You can see that in some countries, use this thing called Sharia law, which is an Islamic-inspired law. You might have some very harsh punishments that are given for certain crimes. All right, we're trying to explain what this is. So, this idea of Sharia, okay, or Sharia, is this idea of a essentially it's like an Islamic-inspired law. So the governments of some countries will take Islam, right, the writings of Muhammad, the religion, and they'll like basically make it into their law. So they'll take all the rules that you have to cover and make those into their laws. Now, a lot of different countries have different laws in them. Okay, it's not the same everywhere you go. And I'll show you a map in a second about all different countries that have this. But basically, essentially, there are certain crimes and certain punishments. And don't think of this as like laws in the United States, where it's about your safety, like why can't you speed or why can't you drink and drive, that kind of. It's about your safety, right? And keeping people happy, healthy, all those kind of deals. This goes beyond your religious stuff. It's into your political stuff, your social, your domestic life, private life, all that kind of stuff is where this law goes into. So essentially, a lot of countries, and I'll show you a map in a second of all the countries that utilize this. What they do is they take Islam, the religion, and they make it into their laws, and they say that it is an Islamic inspired type law. Okay, so here are the countries that use it. You see a lot of countries in the Middle East here, like Saudi Arabia, Iran, parts of Iraq, parts of Egypt, parts of North Africa, and into Afghanistan, parts of Pakistan as well, and also little areas out here in the South Asian seas out here. Okay, and so there's certain things that go into this, right? So like things that in our culture might be taboo or things you don't do are actually laws in some of those countries. So for example, there's a part of the Quran that says He, being Allah, has forbidden you from eating the dead animals, blood, flesh of swine. That animal can now name is uninvoked. So basically, in a lot of Islamic countries, there's no pork products anywhere. If you go to a McDonald's in, say, Saudi Arabia, you cannot order bacon on your burger. Okay, you cannot order an egg McMuffin that has a pink ham disc slice thing on it. Okay, so there's no pork in those countries that way. Okay. Now, not all Muslims follow these directly, but in certain countries, this is actually the law. Okay. Other things like alcohol. So there's a line in the Quran about say wine and gambling, both major sins, some benefit, but the sin is much greater. So in Saudi Arabia, there's no liquor. You can't buy alcohol anywhere, right? There's no gambling. It is 100% illegal. Now, that doesn't mean all Muslims follow it. I had a friend in college, he was Asif. He did not eat pork at all. Okay, he was from Pakistan. We would have our cookouts for our dorm, and he would not eat a bratwurst because it had pork in it. But he drank and could play poker with us. So, there you go. In reality, this is kind of like a code of living, okay? A lot of Muslim countries will say that, hey, if we follow all these rules, there's going to be no crime. But they're really, really harsh punishments, right? And the harshest ones are very, very rarely carried out. Iran is a country that will do them sometimes. Saudi Arabia will do them sometimes. Other countries are very selective with how they give out punishments, like Pakistan. It very, very rarely happens. Some countries have gotten rid of it, but these are like physical punishments for crimes you like. If you steal something, losing a hand, or being whipped, or being flogged, or that kind of stuff. Normally we do a little document study that would be based off this, but instead I'm gonna have you guys read an article from Saudi Arabia of what it's like to grow up as a teenager in a country that uses this system, okay? And what it kind of means for boys and girls growing up there and living underneath the law of Sharia. That's what we got, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for paying attention, listening, and doing the best we can in our current situation. Thank you all very much. Love you all and I miss y'all.